Hello and welcome back to episode 20 of Keeping It Real in Space Engineers with Strix. Second live stream, actually. The one yesterday did pretty decent for me. I had a lot of fun making it. Almost said a little fun making it. That would have been very misspoken because I very much enjoy playing this game and sharing what I'm doing. It's fun. Get all of this put together so I've got food handled and everything. It is a little weird seeing what happened on my phone a few seconds ago. I think it's about a 4-second delay I'm looking at overall. So I went ahead and put up some of the armor shell around here. And I'm going to be tucking my gyroscopes, I think, into here. But before and then after I finish those, man, I'm just not on the ball today, am I? Pistons. Let's just go ahead and get the square piston, because I'm going to put that right in here for putting a docking bay on this whole thing. I think that'll be, or a docking arm on this thing. That'll be very useful. I can put a receiver over here for it. Anyway, let's go ahead and weld up some of this. I should have plenty of steel in here already, and a bit more being made. So let's not look at all the white. Okay, so actually I've already grabbed all of the steel. So let's see, any more thruster pieces done? Nope, it is short on something. It's trying to say it's short on iron now. There's no way I'm short on iron. I am short on iron. I have used all of my iron. Okay. So I will have to do some iron mining as well. I thought I had more than that. Come on, disconnect and move before it reconnects itself. Okay. So I've got some of this welded up over here already. Let's go ahead and get the rest of it. Man, the Imhotep is running sluggish today. Absolutely need more thrusters on this thing. I hit the wrong button. What would it be like to watch a Strix video without a bunch of wrong buttons being hit? I even try to make sure I have everything in the same locations all the time on my hotbar. I still hit the wrong buttons. Go. Howdy, Owen. I do need to put a little cargo buddy on this as well, right out in front of my cockpit here, so I can keep an eye on how full my cargo is. I think it's about 60% full when I took off this time. Somewhere around there. Okay, getting inside to weld that bit is going to be difficult. So let's see how I can wiggle in here without breaking things. At least I made it a fairly narrow ship. It makes things like this a bit easier to pull off. I was playing for about 4 hours after my stream yesterday, trying to let it work through some of the backlog in the refineries. And just filled up my time coming around putting in all this armor. And playing Knights of the Old Republic on my Switch. Realistic, really does take a very long time to get anything done. But as difficult as it is, it's the most rewarding way to play. You've got more engineering problems to build your way around, giving you more fun for what the game was actually made for. Alright, so I've got most of that bottom done. One little section here, plus the sides, it looks like, over here. And then I've just got this other section, the processing this whole floor, the larger floor. I've got nice setups here so that I can drop turrets on the bottom to defend this. And I have a couple that are going up on the top as well. I'm not really putting in side guns on this station. And honestly, I think it's just going to get a bunch of Gatling guns for point defense. Because I would much prefer to avoid combat in something made with just light armor. I'm curious how this shape is going to look overall when I get it fully welded up. It looks like it's going to be a pretty decent shape overall when it's just the scaffolding here, but that can often be deceiving. Slide up here. Whoop, getting hung up. And then hit this row and go back across. How's my steel doing? Running low. But I still have some. I can get some more work done here. And then I'll have to just park this for a moment and go mine up another couple full loads of iron and shimmy those into the refineries to get done. Come on. Finish welding it. There you go. Apparently this row got missed while I was coming through, so I'll just move over now. I am scraping a lot. But at least I've got the welders on to fix any damage that I scrape up. I might have enough to finish this floor. Maybe. Let us see. I decided to go ahead and jump into my Discord today, so if anyone is in the Firemind Asylum and wants to join in and actually have conversation with me, I am sitting in the new I'm Live channel that I set up for that purpose. Which is a massive difference from how I have been doing things, where I'm just sitting here recording my videos, and I haven't been in my Discord much in the last couple weeks because of such things. I just keep letting myself get distracted. Okay, how about now? I might have enough to do this side strip all the way around. Let's see if I do. Because it does need done. It'll be a lot easier to see what's going on inside there when I go in to set down my framework for my gyroscopes. If I've got this all welded up. Apparently I missed that side over here. Still got a little ways I can drift over safely. But for this part in here, I'm going to have to get back underneath. Sneaky, sneaky. Scrape along on everything here. Get back to this side. Oh yeah, I am not making it all the way around. I've got a couple more to go, and then I'm out. And right around here it should be finished. Yep. That's all that I had. So let's go ahead and park this thing back up. And grab the Linhart. I'm getting better at the whole linear parking thing that I have set up over here. Swing back into this. And go eat some more of my iron I have over here in the asteroid with us. Which I've gone through a lot of this hole over here, or this ore. It is pretty much just a hole now. But let's see. I think that way will get me pure iron coming through here. Hit 5 to turn those on. And watch my cargo buddy get happy when I start mining. So it fills up the modular cargo containers 3 and 4, and then it works on the large cargo containers after that. And that's because of where the drills are feeding in through. Those front 2 modular cargo containers, the one that my drills are attached to and the one that my cockpit is attached to, those are 3 and 4. Modular cargo container 3 and 4. So that is just how this game works. It shoves everything into the first location. There are scripts that you can use. Izzy's Inventory Manager. Most people really love to use that one. I am absolutely on that list. Okay, I'm not seeing my live stream here. What's going on there? Am I still live? I appear to still be live, but it's just not showing up on my YouTube. Interesting. So let's just go ahead and recycle all of this and continue working. It is a slight pain to be using a phone for all of this. And it won't let me go into my live stream. Okay, completely restart YouTube. I can't watch the chat if it won't let me watch the chat. So is it going to work now? I am full on the drills, or on the cargo. Probably on the drills as well. No, the drills are around half to 2/3 full. That's fine. Okay, and now I've got my live stream working again so I can see it. Stayed live the whole time, but I'm still trying to figure out how to operate the live streaming end of things. And this is number 2 going on right now, so not that surprising. I have no clue what I'm doing. Go drop this off and then get more iron. Okay, come on, Lenhart. You've got to work with me a little bit here. It is too full for the side thrust I have, despite the fact that this has far more side thrust than the Emotep. Okay, let's just go ahead and park it down here like this then, if it will assist and work with me. There we go. Now I've got it moving a little bit. All right, all lined up. Takes forever when it's this full. So let's go ahead and grab everything here, hide the empty, and go to the ingot container and just shove all of this in. Should be around 255-ish. Which it is. Did it stash anywhere else? I'm trying to look everywhere while looking just at the ship. It did. So let's just grab all of that and throw it in. There we go, 323,000. That sounds much better. So let's just go ahead and move that to be the front ore in the line. And then if we take all of the ore out of here, going to leave the gold and platinum. I still need those for what I'm working on.
Ship fuel low.
But this should give me 2 refineries working on iron.
Ship fuel low.
Which will work out much better.
Ship fuel low.
Cargo buddy is telling me that the ship is empty, so I can take off again and go get more iron. If I don't take off in such a way that I just throw myself right into a wall. It's not good to go throwing yourself into a wall. I still need this ship. Alright, and this should work to get me all iron again. I am starting to run out on this ore node. So much of it has been spent building these little ships and working on that big ship station. Okay, everything's actually working now. Up to and including, I can see that there are 6 people watching. Which does count me, because I've got to be watching to be able to see my chat, because I only have the one monitor and I don't feel like doing an overlay and hiding more stuff in the game. keep a better eye on my cargo buddy this time, so I'm not filling up the drills as well, because that made it way too hard to actually maneuver this thing. I made it to have full cargo, not full drills and cargo. There we go. Cargo buddy says he's dead of space. Get backed up and turn back around over here and see if I can make it back easier this time. Well, I'm at least aiming at the parking spot. And I think that was just about perfect. Not quite, but pretty close. Okay, Linhart. Don't smash into things. Little forward, little to starboard. There we go. I've noticed since I've started using starboard and port for telling myself directions, things have worked a lot better for me. Because if I'm telling myself left or right, well, then I'm trying to push the wrong direction
Ship fuel
when I'm
critical.
looking at it backwards. But going port and starboard, that's just a lot easier to keep straightened out. Okay, so I'm actually out of space in my large cargo container. Hopefully this means I'll actually get enough iron to get things done. Let's just go ahead and shove some more in here. It's still working on gold and platinum so that it can finish up all of these. And I guess while it's doing that, I'll go ahead and point out a couple things. In the last live stream, I had left out a couple of ion thrusters facing forward and backward in this location. That was only one space, or two spaces rather, between those and these armor blocks. And you need 3 spaces for large ion thrusters to not damage.
Hey.
Oh, howdy there, Sirius.
So you said you're streaming?
Yep, I am currently live. Looking at my station, trying to figure out how to get that online and whatnot.
Yeah, I was trying to find where the stream is.
Should be on my channel. On my YouTube. Right. This is going to be other armor bits that I haven't gotten around to putting in there yet, because I still need to be able to weld up that row. And then I'll have decent space under here for gyroscopes to help this station turn. Let's go ahead and...
Where's your
sit
channel?
here. It's YouTube, Strix Firemind. Yeah, this looks like it's going to have overall some pretty interesting shapes. I still need to put some kind of a roof over the top of my jump drive once I get that completed and built. Oh, my farming. So I've just kept the composter online, and I think I'm actually going to turn that off now because I'm up to 66 organic material. So I can actually start getting some mushrooms now and keeping them. So mushroom farming, really easy. And how is the assembler doing on making steel and such? It's still trying its best, but needing to catch up with having run out of iron. I can't believe I ran out of iron. Go back to cargo. I'm shoving all of my thruster components into number 3 here. It's almost half full of just thruster components. It's going to take probably still quite some time to get all of this ore cut down, so I'm probably going to be tonight leaving this running and just letting it work on ore. I'm pretty sure everything else is still working quite well down here. Like, I've got 34 uranium. The power switch is still working to switch back and forth, which right now it looks like it's probably going to be turning that on, or it is on. It is on. And the batteries are slowly recharging, 48 minutes. Get some food and drink in my engineer here. And probably some sleep. Which, let's go ahead and use my bed down here in my station apartment. Which, the apartment is starting to come together. Like, all the parts are built out in here. That looks nice. Just need to finish the room itself and go through the entire station with lighting. Which will be a lot easier for the station than it is for the outpost. The outpost is just hanging out in space with no interior spaces, much harder to light up than the station, which will have interior spaces. Really easy to light, if I ever get enough steel. Do I have room in my ingot container for more ore? A little bit. I can get some of that off in there. But, you know, having too much iron ore is not too bad of a problem. Except realistic, and I have no speed modules or yield modules on any of these refineries yet. But like I said last episode, I'm probably going to finish getting this online, build a little grinding ship over here on my platform, and just grind all of this down and build a more effective and future-thinking outpost. So I did not give myself much room down here. And as Sirius can attest to, who was just in here and is now in chat, the game that he and I are playing together to teach him space engineers, I left a lot more room underneath. And that outpost that we have is going to be a lot easier to deal with. Oh, those are still on. Remember to turn your welders off, folks. There is an easy way to set that up with event controllers to where the welders will turn off the instant you jump out of the cockpit. I just haven't gotten around to setting that up, because typically I don't run into it like that all the time. keep forgetting that this is my only survival kit. I do have a med station on the, or a med bay on the station. I still need to figure out where to put my forward and backward thrust for ions. The up and down and side to side will function where they're at. And I've got these hydrogen boosters to do the same. You can't see the ones down here. Oh wait, yeah, you can. This isn't welded up over here. So the side boosters also tucked in there. Let's go ahead and grab some steel and get some gyroscopes put down. Because mostly I'm just waiting right now for iron. So I'll just grab all of that. Number 9. And slide under here, turn my light on. With the large gyroscopes, the front is where your control panel is. So a lot easier to tell than your small gyroscopes. And yeah, I have room over here to put in a couple of those. And now go to the other side. Which is going to be much fewer because there's less space over on this side. That's fine though. Let's see, what's my total number of gyroscopes sitting at right there? I do hope I can weld those up from underneath. If not, I'm actually going to have to grind them away and weld them up by hand one at a time. Would be very annoying, but not the end of the world. Let's see. So that's 10 gyroscopes. That should be enough, I think. Again, it's not supposed to be a nimble combat craft or anything of the sort. It's just to jump around and collect material, refine down the stone, and just hold on to the rest of the ore to bring back to my refining outpost. How do you make a ship not look like a giant Lego brick? I might not be the person to ask about this because I do a lot of Lego bricks, but mostly it's just figure out what space you need, what purpose you're building your ship for. And like where I started was the very center here because I wanted this to be able to have a jump drive on it, which is my roof in here. And this is my flight seat. And then the second thing I worked on was production, which is the one refinery with a sorter to pull stone through into that. Cargo up forward from here, and a couple of reactors, 2 assemblers. And then also, because I'm in realistic survival and I need to sleep, eat, and everything, my apartment has a nice little kitchen, a bed in it, entertainment, because when I'm actually walking around instead of flying around, I can have music, and a medical room that happens to also have basic mushroom farming. And then once you've got your primary things that you want, you just go through and start adding shape to the ship overall, trying to make it look less like a brick. Stations like this one are actually pretty easy because you tend to want to have a nice little corridor to walk through to get places, and that adds its own kind of shapes in, and having the various rooms. A ship itself, that's a very different affair. Like the small grid ships, I do tend to just kind of pack everything close in together on the conveyor ports, keeping everything lined up that way. And it does wind up with some bricks. But, you know, like with the Linhart here, I decided to add different shape to it by, instead of doing a center-lined cockpit, an inline cockpit, to just go off the side a bit. So that's on the port side here. And I have a larger amount of drills, technically, on the starboard side than the port. But the whole thing drills its own hole very nicely, which I can show with this hole I've mined back here. Just eating all of this iron to actually make everything. And yeah, like Jason was saying, using either round or angled blocks on your corners also adds a lot of shape. I really like the 2x2 slopes and the different corner pieces for those. I think those add a lot of great shape into a ship. That corner right there is all 2x2, and the 2x2 corners, along with a couple of regular angled corner blocks there. Now let's see. I'm still lined up for the ship here, so not caps, just looking for the steel. Here we go. Move these few thruster components. It helps if I have cargo listed instead of steel over there. And let's see. Do I have any other components to move that aren't already in this ship? I do not. Small cargo container. Nope. So I've got all of the current components in there. Let's queue up a few thousand more plates because I'm going to need that to finish welding up all the armor there. And then I still have some armor bits that I need to finish up because, like I was saying, I've got this corner isn't even put in yet because I need to finish welding up this before I hide it. And that's going to need a light armor inverted corner there. And then on the edge of that will be a corner. Then I can actually get the rest of these done with their slopes. But let's see, I currently have a little over 1,800 steel. Boom, 2,000. Let's go ahead and get some more welding done. Whoop. So I've got enough thrusters on the Imhotep here, or not thrusters, gyroscopes on the Imhotep here, that it still turns very smoothly when full, which means it turns ludicrous speed while it's empty or near empty, like it is right now. Number 5 to turn my welders back on. I do also have cameras in here, which are useful if you're wanting to try and make sure you're getting where you need to get with a specific welder. For the most part, I don't need to use that though. Okay, so now I can start moving upward. getting these sides completed. This will be faster. Instead of going up and down, just slide right over it. Okay, there we go. So there's that part that I needed done before I could put in the rest of the armor over here. Steel is still holding up pretty decent. I'm guessing overall it's probably still going to take me another episode to get this finished. But if I do leave this running overnight, it should get all of the parts it needs. I'm scraping really hard against that. Okay, turn my dampers back on and let's get this fixed. Turn off the welders so I don't cook myself again. And let's see. Get all this put in. It does help to also already have a plan on what you're wanting to do with the shaping, which I did not have when I got started over here. I did not have a plan at all. That would have been much easier if I had. But I think it's coming out looking pretty nice. Let's go ahead and weld this up. And this is my starboard welder, so I want it pointed at pretty much that one so it can get as much as possible. I didn't actually mean to switch into a camera, but may as well use it while there. And let's go ahead and get this other side so I can get that corner finished as well. Right there.